I'm looking for a man.
You said the marshal owes you some money?
Yeah, he does. I finished a bounty, and now I'm owed some money. Just the man I was looking for.
Is that right?
Those demons that you had an issue with over in the telegram station.
Yep.
All of them are dead.
Wait, all of them?
Every single one of them. I killed them.
And where'd you kill them to?
I killed them to dead.
Let me get this right. You killed ghosts to dead. Is that right?
That's right.
Sounds insane.
I mean, hell, that's badass.
It's the damn truth. And now I need my payment.
Okay, well, I don't think we agreed on a payment.
No, we didn't. So that's why I'm only going to charge you $20.
Fuck.
Marshall, these places are dangerous. If you don't put up those bounty
Something,
posters soon, this place is going to fall apart.
I know.
I'm a weapon of mass destruction, but I can only unleash my power when there's a bounty.
Unleash your power when there's a bounty.
You want to see this
Almost
place
had one
safe?
for you. Almost had this old man and this Slade almost get away. Almost had you a bounty.
I'm not interested in chasing down senile old men.
Who's that?
Whoa, shit!
Come on, down the hall, down the hall. How does a town not have fucking soup? It's boiling water and vegetables.
He was a fucking trap.
I'm interested in tracking down big prey.
Well, there's your payment for the demons.
Don't mention it.
I'm sorry.
What's so funny?
I was wondering if you.
Oh, nothing.
Are you sure about that, ma'am?
Well,
Something seems funny.
I'm trying to figure out. Did you just say demons?
I did.
Demons.
Yep.
And did they have 2 legs and hair, or are we talking like, demons, like spiritual?
I guess you're gonna have to ask him, seeing he slayed them all, apparently.
This guy right here.
Yes, this guy.
Oh. Well, he's very colorful looking, and he has a very nice voice. I have to give him that.
Colorful.
Well, I mean, maybe colorful is the wrong word. I mean, there's pretty much one theme of color there, and it's black.
It's death. And America.
It's death in America. Did you say death in America?
Yeah, I have freedom on my back and death at my side. I dispense freedom and death.
Yeah, come on, keep up.
Well, good luck in your fight for freedom and death.
Ma'am, I don't need luck.
Oh, ma'am.
Sorry. Oh, okay. Well, then have a nice day. I mean, I'm quite sure what to say.
Go get Faraday to read you the report on those people stealing livestock.
Yeah,
And find
I
them,
usually
okay?
leave women wondering what to say.
Well, that is a bold assumption.
It's not an assumption, it's an observation.
I guess the sentiment behind it is what you should question. You leave them speechless because you are amazing and remarkable, or do you leave them speechless because they can't figure out what you're talking about?
It's a little bit of both. The mystery adds to it.
Well, I like a good bit of mystery now and then.
Don't we all?
Tell me a little bit about yourself. You're a demon hunter.
No.
Or a bounty hunter.
Yes, I'm a bounty hunter.
And what do the demons have to do with this?
Marshal Reeker put a bounty out for those demons. over in the telegram station. So I did it.
Demons in the telegram station.
Yep.
And how do you know? How does he put a bounty for demons in a telegram station?
That he did.
Huh. And how did these demons present themselves?
It didn't matter. However they presented themselves, I wrapped them up all nice and tight to be shipped off to Super Hell.
You did what?
I wrapped them up nice and tight, and I shipped them off to Super Hell.
Oh, okay. Well, what is super hell?
It's the hell below hell.
This is the hell below hell.
When demons die, they go to Super Hell. Because they're already
Oh.
in hell.
Super hell is worse than, I guess, I'm assuming.
And Super Duper Hell is even worse than Super Hell.
Super duper hell. Worse than super hell. I'm kind of not really much into believing in, hell and all that shit.
It doesn't matter if you believe it or not.
Nope, clearly not. Clearly not. So what do you fight these demons with? Bullets, your magical voice, what is it?
Sheer willpower.
Hey, how's you doing?
Hi there. Sheer willpower.
Force of will
How
is
do
the
you-
only way to combat a demon. And I
Okay,
fire
how
it
does
through my
force of-
gun.
how- Okay, that's what I was getting at right there, yeah. Okay, I see. Oh, that's quite a life's work you have set before you. Shooting demons. It's your force of will in the form of bullets.
From my really big gun.
I imagine you do have a big gun. Heard that a time or two in my life.
I'm sure you
It's been
have.
disappoint, I have to say. Usually quite small.
How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Any idea what that might have been?
I don't know, but you don't look. You look a little wobbly to me. You forget to eat today?
Well, I got shot in the ass defending an old man.
Let me come behind. Hey, you two beat it.
You
What?
stop with the beat it.
Well, all right now.
You're kicking us out of this establishment.
Hey, listen here, young
Hey,
whippersnapper. Are you French?
No, sir, I'm very English.
Oh, even worse. Didn't we kick your ass in 1776? What are you doing
And
around
did we
these
not
parts?
kick your ass in 1815 when we sailed up the White House, Dakota River? That's why they called it the White House, sir.
I think he's
I
taking the
think
deeds
you're
lightly, Gramps.
just a big sore loser.
Give me
What do you want?
this over here. This lovely man over here is my brother Rupert. And old man, you've insulted me by making comments about my nationality.
Are you trying to put your hands on my old man?
Help! I'm being attacked. Get him, son.
Not so big now, are you?
Yeah, that's it. Get him the 1-2. Get him. Get him, son.
you bloody
USA. You.
Ziggy, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Sabina.
Nice to meet you.
I'm still just trying to figure everything out. Just standing around here, kind of watching people, and then I heard this guy talking about demons and super hell, and I'm kind of curious, to be honest. Plus, he had a nice voice. It's always nice to hear a nice voice.
You hunt demons, fella.
I hunt whatever has a bounty.
Yeah, well, how much you charging?
I only work through the state.
Yeah, it's a shame. I want to add some work for you.
Unless you're a marshal. Or the United States Justice Department. Then I doubt
What
you
about-
do.
What about the United States Civilian Department? How's that? Close enough, ain't it?
No,
Yeah, it's a shame.
I don't usually hunt demons. Usually I hunt dangerous criminals. and people who avoid paying taxes.
Well, shit, I might be in trouble then.
What do you do when you're not working? I don't even know if I caught your name.
The name is William Killmore.
Well, fuck, that's a bounty hunter name if I ever heard one.
Oh, William, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Sabina. So what do you do when you're not killing things and searching for bounties?
I collect
Do you do for-
bottles. All my bottles are unique. They hold things, like a vessel. Whatever you put into it, the bottle becomes.
You ever shoot a bottle, to like practice for your bounty hunting?
Yeah. That's another reason why I
you
like
just collecting
bottles.
them? All right. You're a simple man. I respect that.
Oh, I don't think he's simple at all. I think he's actually quite complicated.
What you mean? He hunts demons. You heard about the witch?
The witch.
Yeah, there's a witch in town.
I've been called a witch more times than I can count. And I don't believe it until I see it. There's no witch in town. There's probably
There is.
someone.
Down in St.
people don't-
Denis, I seen her with my own two eyes. She vanished like that. Ba-boom.
Did
Yeah,
you?
I'm sure a lot of women vanish around you.
What you mean by that? You trying to say something, Buster?
You take it how it is, partner.
I ain't a fan of taking things out yours.
I'm a fan of taking things. Taking lives of bounties.
Just do me a favor. If you're going to take his, give me 5 seconds to move the other direction.
You was lucky. You was lucky I got shot in the ass today.
You're lucky you're not a bounty.
Yeah, maybe. Give it some time, maybe I will be.
Let's
Then
hope
we
you
can settle
don't.
things. Anyways, I've had a long day.
Long day of getting shot in the ass. I pride myself on not getting shot the first day I visit somewhere. Usually, I try to stay out of trouble. I do like people, though. Colorful people.
Well, you're looking at the rainbow itself, Valentine City.
Generally speaking, Valentine is a cesspool of ignorance, mostly. Or at least in my experience, it has been, but we'll see.
Right. Well, any of you seen an old man around recently?
No.
Fuck. I think he might be dead. You see, before I got shot in the ass, he took quite a tumble. I was kind of worried for him.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you both. I need to go find my way around here.
You're
Very
right.
expensive.
You was look after yourself. What did you say your name was, miss?
Sabina Jackson. It's a pleasure.
Hey,
Mr.
nice to
Killmore,
meet you.
it's a pleasure.
Sabina.
Good luck with your demon hunting. If
Bounty
you ever want a
hunting.
tarot reading, hit me up. Oh, bounty hunting. I'm sorry.
You know, I'd love to get a tarot reading, but every time I get a tarot reading, they always turn out perfect.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
It's a
Means you're living a
shame.
good life.
No one ever learns anything from a perfect tarot reading, do they?
I'm suffering from my own success.
Hmm. Well, maybe someday you'll figure that out. That whole thing about delusions of grandeur and all that. But until then, happy
I
hunting.
see you around, Sabina.
It's funny to say delusions of grandeur, but there is always somebody at the top. It's only when you realize that you've been there the whole time that it
Those
all
are the
makes
Jews.
sense. Every pyramid has a point. And I'm touching the sky.
It's mighty impressive. If you ask me. So
You
tell me,
know-
Mr. Witch Hunter, Bounty Hunter, Demon Hunter, which title do you take first?
The name is William Killmore, the greatest bounty hunter who's ever lived. Or you can call me by my nickname, The Fella.
All right, fella. I kind of like that. Nice on the tongue. Sounds a fella like you's getting to bounty hunting anyways.
It all started a long time ago. When I was 8, I worked in a factory, a canning factory.
I love me some candy.
I had a friend. His name was Little Tim. He was little, and his name was Tim. And that struck a chord with me. Every lunch shift, they'd throw a loaf of bread out in the middle of the factory floor. And all 50 orphans would rush out to eat the bread. Now, pigeons would fly it every once in a while, trying to scrape a few crumbs. We never thought much of it. But one thing we never noticed was, after each lunch shift, there'd be more and more pigeons. It was that fateful day when little Tim said, "Boy, I can't wait for bread today. I'm very hungry after my 15-hour shift." When the loaf of bread was thrown out into the middle of the factory floor, and before we could even reach it, a low rumble built around the building. And bursting through the windows and the top of the ceiling, 152,358 pigeons came crashing into the factory floor, pecking wildly and tearing apart the bread, and carrying away little Tim.
It's pretty
I
fucked
heard
up.
his screams as he was flown away by the pigeons. Could still hear him screaming. They flew him almost into the sun as the rays blinded my sight, and only feathers falling from the sunlight could I see the trail to where they took poor little Timmy.
You mind if I interject here?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, well, first things first, they was really working you to the fucking bone. 15 hours shifts. Holy fucking hell.
That was a short day.
What was a long day like? 72 hours?
27 hours.
Shit, I didn't even know I could count that high.
Yeah.
Second of all, how'd you find his trail? What, did he have like the fucking loaf of bread in his pocket or some shit?
No, the pigeons just knew he was the weak target, and they ganged up on him, carried him away. That was the
Damn
first
fucking
tragedy.
pigeons. And what about the second one?
I
mean,
lost my parents in a tragic accident.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear.
Yeah. They both passed away in their bed at the age of 84 and 85, having lived a successful and peaceful life. They died holding each other's hands.
And how
It
old
was
did you
really
say you were?
tragic
when you
and
was working in
sudden.
this factory?
The point being, there's a lot of reasons why I bounty hunt. A lot of things that have led me here. But I can't tell you all of them, because if I did, I'd be less of a mystery and a little less cool.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. A man who likes his mystery. It's understandable. But at the same time, I'm a man who likes his stories, though.
Let me tell you the story about how I killed 72 men.
Yeah, sure, why not?
In Tumbleweed, there was a bar owner whose bar was overrun by a gang, 72 gang members strong. He pleaded to me, asking for their removal. They had drank him dry and took every last provision he had. He offered me 3 silver pesos. It's all he had left. So I went to work immediately. I entered the bar, and I put on a disguise. I tricked and fooled everyone there by making them believe my name was Tom, by introducing myself as Tom.
All right.
I knew I had to set to work immediately, so I would bring the men, one by one, up in a room where the working women would usually be. I would say, "Hey, I got something cool to show you," and I would lead one man up into the bedroom, and then as we closed the door, I'd shank him in the neck, and then I'd hide his body underneath the blankets of the bed, and then I'd go back downstairs, and I'd do it again. It took 3 weeks to kill all 72 of them that way. And every time they asked, "Hey," they started to notice that people were missing. Anytime they would ask where somebody was, I'd say they're probably peeing or something.
It's a good excuse, to be fair.
3 weeks is a long time in the hot sun, so it started to stink in there from all the corpses that I was hiding underneath the blankets of that bed. So anytime anybody asked what that smell was, I'd say I farted. And they believed it. They gave me a nickname. They called me Farting Tom.
All right. Well, yeah, you mind if I interject here again? I'm sorry, I like doing this a lot.
Yeah, what's
All right.
up?
You said you accepted these 3 pesos from this motherfucker. There
Yeah,
was a bounty on these 72 motherfuckers.
yeah, it was a bounty on their heads. Yeah,
Didn't you tell me that you only worked for the state alias?
that's classified.
You should. Well, I ain't a man to judge anybody else's reasons. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
It's about the principle, and the principle should never be questioned.
Right. Maybe I gotta stop doing too much interjecting here and just let it go on.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta let things go. You gotta let things play their course.
Right. Seem like a wise man, Killmore.
I'm not a wise
Oh, fair.
man, but I am the smartest man ever, and the wisest man ever. So I'm not just a wise man, I'm the wise man. I was actually the 4th wise man who visited Jesus when he was born. But instead of bringing myrrh,
Holy
gold, or
shit.
frankincense, I gave Jesus a Colt 44.
Boy, what did I
Did
walk
Jesus
into?
have a bounty on his head?
No, well, he did. King Herod wanted him dead. But I was like,
fucking
no,
knew it.
I have principles, and I don't kill children.
So you played the long con and got him on the cross. Is that what this is?
That's classified.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I will make this very short and sweet. I was going to go hunting, and I seem to be having a problem with my quiver.
Yeah, and I tend to make women quiver.
I was waiting for that. I knew that was going to come. I set myself right up for that, didn't I? Listen, actually, I'm trying to figure out how to. I have arrows and I have a bow, but I can't seem to get the arrows in the bow because when I try to hold the bow, it says I don't have any arrows in my quiver, but I don't have a quiver. I do have arrows, however.
Did you use
I see what your problem is.
Arrows?
I don't believe so.
Ma'am, I already know what
just
your problem
regular.
is.
Oh yeah, what's my problem?
You don't have a gun.
Pray tell.
Why are you using a bow?
Well, because for hunting purposes, it's much better than, in my opinion, or has been in the past than a cattleman.
Nah, that's silly. You should use a gun. Guns are better.
Well, I'm afraid that ship has sailed. Limited funds and all, but in the meantime, does anybody know how I can put arrows in this damn bow?
I haven't a clue. I'll be honest
I
with
can
you.
tell you need food. Stay right here.
Yeah, maybe you're just hungry.
Hunting is like bounty hunting, but without the bounty.
Aha. So how long have you been doing this?
I've lost count. The years go by too quick.
Never had family or friends or anything like that to speak of? Well, I mean, I'm sure you've had a lot of friends.
No friends.
No friends. Well, that's a sad state of affairs. The world is much brighter when you have people around you to share it with.
I used to share my life with a
Walk real
woman.
fucking fast, I thought you was that.
I used to have a beautiful wife.
What happened to her?
She left me. For another man.
Oh. Ouch.
She was beautiful. One of a kind.
Sorry about that.
Oh, what was her name?
Well, her name was difficult to pronounce. It was very foreign. But I always called her my buttercup.
Buttercup. I don't know how I'd react to a man calling me his buttercup.
It was an appropriate name. She was sweet and wonderful. And the way she cradled me in her arms was gentle. I remember returning home to her, and she would pick me up in her arms and carry me to bed.
Well, that is an interesting, interesting relationship. That's not often you hear of men allowing their softer sides to be seen, I guess you could say. Generally speaking, they're the ones that carry us into the bedroom. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm strong, but not that strong. My wife was all the woman I ever needed.
What happened to your wife?
You
She
missed that
left me
part.
for another man.
Oh, that's fucked up. I'm sorry about that, oh. You have a bounty on the motherfucker that took your wife?
He's a personal bounty. I know where he lives. I have not the strength to confront him yet.
Like physical strength or mental strength we talking here?
I can't tell you. All I can
mean,
tell you is that the
Fine.
time is not right.
Well, I mean, genuinely, is it worth it? If she left you, I mean, why kill the guy? It was like not his fault. You know, I mean, really, you just need to find a better, more suitable woman. And I'm sure there's one out there for you. I mean, guy like you.
How many 6'8",
I think she's here about you, boss.
425-pound women do you know?
None. That's what you're looking for. That's a hard sell.
She was one of a kind.
Oh, clearly. Yeah, that's definitely one of a kind.
So what are we hunting out here anyways?
I have no idea. I don't even know how to take my bow out at this point because I can't get the arrows in it.
If you're not careful, you will become the hunted.
Who, me?
Yes, all of us. Right now,
Really?
we are in the wild. The hunted can become the hunters, and the hunters can become the hunted.
Oh, I know that. I have had a run-in with a cougar a time or two, and it's not fun, but fortunately, I don't think there's any cougars out here. At least not in this area. The only thing out here is deer that do occasionally like to sneak up on you, give you a little boot.
We're going to be hunting the most dangerous animal out here.
What's that?
I can't tell you. It would scare you.
Okay. Take your word
But
for
then
it.
we gotta be like prepared for this. Like,
I'm
mentally at
here.
least.
Don't worry.
Right. I was starting to get a bit worried, I'll be honest with you.
I can hear it. These are its tracks.
We have to like taste it or something, make sure.
If you can find me a mound of feces, I can definitely taste it and see what left it. You can tell a lot about an animal, or a bounty for that matter, by eating its feces.
Learn something new every day, miss. He's seen something.
It's right up here. Yeah, I was just here. It's getting dark out. We're in the middle of the forest. It's not a good idea to stick around here for too long, especially when it gets dark. We might have to come back here.
Guess he was right. He was the professional after all.
No, I've never been much of a
You're like a night owl or something.
do my best work. Well, okay, I'm gonna rephrase that and just take that back right now. That is not that regard.
There's no shame in it. We all have to make money somehow.
That is not what I. That's not what I meant at all. That's why I took it back. No, I like to do my card readings atmospheric. I find that it tends to work with dim lighting a little better.
It doesn't get any dimmer than Valentine.
That is true. That is true. You are not getting there.
It scurried off the rock cliff. We're not going to be able to get it down there.
Maybe if I like hoist you down with some rope. You ever try that?
Well, I could jump after it, then do 10 somersaults, and then land perfectly. But that would leave you up here, invulnerable.
It's all right. I can hoist the lady down. I'll maybe find another way around.
Oh, by that time it'll be too late.
Oh dear.
This thing move that fast.
They do.
It's fucking crazy. Is that it over there across the ridge line?
That's
I
a
do believe
horse.
That's a horse. Yes.
All right. Well, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
This is where we'll have to camp for the night.
All right.
You know, such a magical world that we live in, isn't it?
It is real beautiful. I tell you that much. And you know how to start a fire.
You know, if I knew how to even put the arrows in my bow, I'd be in good shape. But no, I actually don't have any idea.
He's let me give it a shot.
I usually run cold fires. Fires give away our position, and then it'll know that we're here. Here, let me get a cold fire started.
What on earth is a cold fire? I've never heard of a cold fire.
We're about to find out. I think you just gotta like poke it a little over ears, right?
Oh,
Yeah, it's really burning now.
I can feel the cold. Damn, you really know your stuff.
so what are your plans here? You're just gonna make a name for yourself doing what you do, this bounty hunting for demons and people?
I don't usually hunt for demons. Here,
No,
let's
honestly,
add
that
another
sounds-
log to that. Yeah, this is getting
I'll
nice.
blow on it.
No idea how you just did that.
Some of that cold smoke is getting in my eyes.
Here, let me add another log to that. Yeah, this cold fire is really burning now.
You bring any meat? Yeah, I feel like we could cook a fine steak over this thing.
I have no idea.
Guess that's why we're out here hunting, ain't we?
This could probably use another log. Now it's going to be a real big one. There we go.
Yeah,
Where
I
are
wanna
you
head-
getting these logs from? Amazing.
You ask too many questions. Don't worry about it.
I asked too many. I still haven't figured out how to put arrows in my bow.
It's
course
better
I
that
ask
you
questions.
don't know.
Oh, is it?
Oh, this cold is making
and
me work up a
what-
sweat.
What do I do if I get in a situation where I'm attacked by an animal and I cannot defend myself because I have no idea how to put an arrow in my bow?
If you get attacked by an animal, a bow and arrow isn't going to save you.
You'd be surprised what a bow and arrow can do, sweetheart.
A bow and arrow is not the sort of weapon that can react fast. If the animal's already on top of you, you're as good as dead. You should get a gun.
The point is to get to them before they get on top. Again, rephrasing that for God.
Well, sometimes they get on top of you when you least expect it. Then when they get on top of you when you least expect it, the only thing that you have to protect yourself is your sidearm. Listen, I've been bounty hunting so long I've forgotten how long. If there's one thing that you should always have, it's a sidearm.
It's a real long time.
Oh, a horse is good too. But, I'm going to be honest
Yeah,
with you,
horses are pretty good at distracting whatever
I-
animal's attacking you. You shoot your horse in the leg and then kick it towards the attacking animal. That'll buy
Why
you
would-
time.
That's horrible.
It's
Oh,
survival.
No. Oh, survival is different than that. Yeah, look, I'm a Roma, okay? I have traveled in caravans. I know all about all of these little ways of doing things, but every place, you run across is different and you have to learn things. And genuinely speaking, I've always found my way by hunting with a bow. With limited funds, working my way up to something better, to my favorite sidearm, of course, which is a navy. I have a preference for, actually. I don't generally like to use guns. I tend to try to use words because I'm very yacky, I've heard.
Well, tell you
Chris,
what,
this-
lady, unfortunately, we have to give up the things that we want in order to do the things that are right. You don't get to live by want. We live by necessity. The world doesn't work off of want, it works off of needs. And the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And sometimes you have to give up even your principles to do what's right.
Oh, trust me, I know all about that.
I remember there was a
Not
town
my first-
in the
not
path
my
of a
first
tornado.
rodeo.
The tornado was coming in quick and hot, and I knew I had to act fast. I knew that if I didn't get out of there soon, if I couldn't escape that big tornado barreling down to town, that I'd be a goner. So I shot every horse in the foot there, so nobody could escape, so the tornado would eat those horses before they ate me, and I rode out of there. The plan worked perfectly. The town and all of its inhabitants and horses were viciously eaten by that tornado, and I got away. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
You literally doomed everyone in that town to death?
Hey, but he's alive.
I'm alive, and I'm still doing my work. They would have all had it that way.
Like, in the long run, it essentially might have saved more lives by the people he's been bounty hunting.
I've saved millions of lives doing the bounty hunting that I do. So I understood the needs of the many. I understood the needs of the few. And only 75 people died in that town. So it wasn't that big of a deal.
How about the horses? How many on the horses?
25 died. 50 were flung into the air so high they never came back down.
Dang, they really had a horse for every last man. I think I'm more impressed by that.
One horse exploded. And that was even before the tornado got there, it just exploded.
think like the air pressure ruptured his organs or something?
Yeah, it was
like that?
probably the air pressure.
On Earth.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, this is kind of interesting. You pigs.
Ain't you a little hot over there, miss? You want to come closer?
Yeah, you're getting a little
I-
hot over there. You want to get a little closer to this cold fire. I was just about to put
Yeah.
another log on.
I have no idea.
Here we go. Yeah, this fire's burning nice and cold.
I want to blow into it a little bit. Huh?
Yeah, probably want to keep this going. All
Yeah,
that
Bobby
cold,
doesn't
all
sound
that
too
cold
bad.
smoke is getting in my eyes. Now you're getting the hang of it.
Frostbite in your eyes ain't too good.
On balmy
See
nights
it.
like these, you want cold fires to cool you down.
Here's another log for you, boss.
I can't tell you where I keep these logs. All I can tell you is that you have access to them.
I'm a lumberjack. Of course I got logs around me.
Yeah, how do I put this damn stick down? Shit.
I keep at least 26 on me, just in case.
Oh, I see.
There you goes. There you're getting the hang of it.
Well, there is nothing better than a good story. I like to hear about people's adventures and journeys. I've had enough of my own. More fun to listen to others.
I can tell you a story.
Let's hear one.
I once tracked a man down in Guatemala for 14 days. It was excruciating. I had to blend in so I could find him. He was a master survivalist, but I was better. I adapted to my surroundings, and by blending into the tree line next to a river, I knew that he would eventually come for water. What I did was nothing short of a miracle. I adapted to the trees and they accepted me as their own. The bushes took me in. It took a little while. I had to intermarry. King Bush let me marry his daughter. We lived happily. We had little bush children. I became one with them. In those 14 days, I learned how
Was
to
that your wife?
photosynthesize. I got all of my energy from the sun. Therefore, I didn't need to eat, or drink, or sleep. And I waited at the riverbed for my target. Eventually, after 14 days, my target came to the riverbed, very thirsty and lethargic, with slight halitosis and an infected toenail. That was when I sprung my trap. I emerged from the bushes, and I shot him 152 times in the face with a Navy revolver, and 72 times in the chest.
Shit.
I then slowly walked up to him and put one in his heart, with a .22 Derringer just to make sure he was dead.
How'd you even carry that many bullets?
I always carry enough bullets.
Must have been a real big fella to need that many.
I took his body in, and they immediately identified him as the guy they were looking for. They could tell by the way the mushy mass of viscera looked.
Did
what?
they taste him?
Unfortunately, my transition back into being human from having integrated with the bush and trees led to one big problem I didn't foresee. My sphincter had been holding in a wicked shit for those 14 days. So before I left the sheriff's office, as I opened the door, I let out a mudslide of a shit all over their floor. And now
It's one big log.
I need to wear diapers because my sphincter has been damaged beyond repair.
I'm sorry to laugh, but how can that even be possible? What do you mean, diapers?
Yeah,
What the hell is halitosis?
It's the scars of the battlefield. Miss.
halitosis is bad breath, and diapers is what I wear. Because I can't control my bowel movements anymore.
Oh, that's horrible. Absolutely horrible.
It's not bad. It kind of reminds me of being a baby. I have fond memories of being a baby.
Which is probably why you like that 6'8" tall wife of yours that was, how much did she weigh?
425 pounds.
Yes,
Goodness
now it is
gracious.
all starting to make a sort of strange sense.
Can I just add, that is one behemoth of a woman.
Yeah, she was a lot of woman, and I miss her. But I'll never have her back. I can never look at her the same way after she betrayed me.
Can't imagine.
I mean,
Who she betrayed you? Who did she betray you for?
yeah,
You
what
know,
was
you
that?
said
What was
you
the
know the
man
man.
like?
I can't tell you who it was.
Fair enough.
All I can say was Mr. West, a man who lives in Saint Denis, in the hotel on the first floor. Top balcony, room 1B.
Oh,
He's
that's
got a big gray mustache. He weighs 275 pounds, is 6'1", has gray thinning hair, has 5 freckles on his left cheek, and a mole on his right side. He's got a light complexion, big, meaty hands, and wears a 12 shoe size.
You know, I never liked people with beady hands. Do you know the worst kind of hands, in my opinion, is when I look at a man and I see they have small, little, short, little, pudgy fingers. They remind me of something that kind of makes my skin crawl.
Yeah,
I can't
baby
figure out what it is.
carrots. Look like baby carrot
They
fingers.
look like baby carrot fingers, exactly. I don't know why that bothers me. There's a lot of things don't bother me, but that
was-
bothers me.
I was more
Hands,
going for
hands.
like the other look, you know, like a milk udder.
Like a what?
You know how like a cow is like a milk udder and he's got little stubby fingers on the end?
What?
Oh, come on. I can't be the only one that sees the comparison here.
Cow, milk udders, and stubby fingers. I'm trying to figure that out. Okay. So you want your fingers to look like teats?
No. I mean, we're talking about short fingers.
Uh-huh.
I mean, essentially, the fingers would look like teats.
Well, I would hope not, but I mean, I guess I'm trying to wrap my head around that one.
Right,
Hmm.
right. God,
Sorry, I
that is
brought
not
up the
very
subject
nice
of
of you.
fingers actually at this point. Hmm. Well, I could sit and listen to your stories for hours, but even an old gypsy gets tired now and then. So I think I'll just lay my head down right here and take a nap.
All right. If you're going to bed here, you'll be safe. What about you?
Yeah, give me I still got a little bit more energy in me, I suppose.
At the crack of
Oh,
dawn, we'll
Mr.
begin hunting again.
Well, Mr. Killmore, it was
All
a
right.
pleasure. I have a feeling I will be sleeping right through that.
So what? Tell me, Killmore, Killmeyer.
The name is William Killmore.
Yeah, it was a. Yeah, you mind if I call you Willie? I'm horrible with names.
Call me William.
All right. I suppose William will do. What's like the biggest bounty you ever bountied?
The biggest bounty that I ever bountied was a bounty worth over $50,000.
You got that kind of money?
I invested all of my money into charities and for relief efforts for displaced hamsters, my second passion. My wife and I had a hamster farm. It was beautiful. A ranch where all the hamsters could run free. I dedicated some of my best life's work on making sure hamsters had a place.
Hold up, I found something over here.
You'll never guess what happened when my wife left me. The horror that I saw.
But what happened to the hamsters that you was raising?
My wife was responsible for feeding the hamsters. And when she left me for that man, she forgot to feed them.
Yeah, it's all coming full circle now. Makes sense.
When I finally got home after my 8-hour bounty hunting shift, the hamsters hadn't eaten in 5 hours. And by that time, they were all dead. They got so hungry, they started to eat each other. And the ones that didn't have another hamster to eat, they started to eat themselves. My hamsters were literally shitting themselves. Because they had eaten themselves, and then they were shitting what they had eaten, which was themselves, out of them.
Oh, God. I'm
Do you
real
think
sorry
that's
to hear
funny?
that. No. I would never think such a thing.
Good.
It's a real grand picture you're painting over here.
All my
By the way,
hamsters
there's a couple
down.
of deer behind us. Is that what we're looking for? Do I need my weapon out here?
No.
Right away. Yeah, I really hope whatever it is we're catching, it's not gonna be a big motherfucker.
So we meet again. There it is.
He's after you. He's biting your ankles. No, he's fast. Look at him
There
go.
it is. Don't let it stink you.
Real slippery bastard. Oh shit. Where's he gone?
I got it. Wait, I think it's still alive. Oh, it's still alive. Oh, it's still alive. Oh, it's coming right for me. I'm out of ammo. I gotta load again. Where is it? Get down!
I think he's gone, man.
Oh no. We gotta burn this place to the ground. Run.
Let's get out. Man, that was badass. Be careful. Careful, you are real close to a cliff there.
Keep running. Here,
Oh,
we're hiding in a place of death. They'll never be able to smell us here.
oh. Just give me a second. I gotta catch my breath.
If I hadn't burned that person's house down, the creature would have followed us back here. You see, why I did the cold fire is because it has thermal vision. It can sense body heat. So I had to burn down the house to distract it.
Well, it's real good thinking, boss.
I'm sure those local farmers will be thanking me that I gave them time to run.
Yeah, I'm sure while their house was on fire, they had plenty of opportunity to get out.
Yeah, save those people's lives.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing you did.
And I think it's safe. I don't think it followed us.
Right, all right. Oh, God. I don't think I've gone that long in fucking years.
Just act natural. If only these people knew the danger that we were in, the kind of threat we could have brought back here.
Well, thankfully it didn't follow us, right?
I hope to God that it didn't. Otherwise, we're all doomed.
I don't want to even imagine what could have happened. It's horrible. I'll tell you what, it reminds me of the time I ran into the swamp monster down by the Saint Denis.
Yeah, the swamp monster. My cousin dated the swamp monster.
Well, she seemed like the kind of swamp monster to do that kind of thing, you know? The kind that sleeps around, you get me?
Yeah, I get you.
What you looking over there?
But yeah, it was a real rough encounter. Barely made it out with my life. Matter of fact, I was saved by a bounty hunter back then too.
See that you owe a life debt to someone, including me. You got a lot of life debts.
What can I say? I ain't really been that great with numbers, considering my father was a banker.
You know, it's surprising how many people aren't good with numbers. You know, I tried to hire a mathematician to count how many people I've killed, and they say that there isn't a number big enough to count that high yet.
Shit. Maybe he didn't have enough fingers.
He even used his toes.
Then it's gotta be a big number.
He even used that weird looking thing with all the donuts on it.
You mean his nipples?
Yeah, those weird looking nipples, yeah. Played around with those and he still couldn't come up with a big enough number. I'm gonna say this right now. You were a goddamn hero back there. You were real brave. You know that?
You know, it's spending time around you. It's kind of, you know, maybe want to step forward.
Without
something
that
with
quick
myself.
thinking, we would have been dead.
So hi, my name is Deputy Lexington here with the Valentine Sheriff's Office, just listening into your conversation about how many people you've murdered.
I'm a bounty hunter. That's why.
You murder all your bounties?
I don't murder all of my bounties. I bring them in dead.
Sometimes there's got to be collateral damage, I'm assuming, right?
It's the principle of the matter.
So what happened outside of town? The danger that you were bringing back into town?
Listen, ma'am, we were hunting a very dangerous creature. A creature that can project stink.
A skunk?
Not just a skunk.
A big skunk?
A very big skunk.
You should have seen the size of that thing.
We could have had
Hey,
this
are you the
entire
man
town.
from yesterday who was laying on the floor inside the gunsmith?
No.
Base.
Pretty sure you are.
Hey, don't you mean the
And
one
then
that got shot
I
in the
asked you
ass?
why you were on the floor, and you said you couldn't tell me because you'd have to kill me, blah, blah, blah. You don't know how dangerous your life is.
Yeah, I think that was me.
Yeah, it was you.
Listen, I couldn't tell you what was going on, and I really can't tell you what's going on now. Put your
Well, I'm
life in
deputy
danger.
now, so kind of need to know what's going on now.
You want to know what's going on? What we saw out there.
I wouldn't be asking if I didn't want to know.
Here's
Think
what
she's ready to
happened.
handle it.
Here's what happened. We were out there. We were searching for that dangerous animal, the were-skunk. You get bit by it. You turn into a skunk, and you start to stink real bad. I've got a hunch that a couple of people here in Valentine are were-skunks. They have that certain pungent odor about them. I did this for a friend.
It's not them being a were-skunk. It's the fact that the men around here don't bathe, and they spend their days shoveling shit and fucking the whores behind the saloon.
And the sheep. Don't forget the sheep. They really like to fuck the sheep.
I didn't know they were fucking the sheep.
Of course
That
they're
explains
fucking the
why
sheep.
The sheep are so fucking angry all the time.
Listen, those are all symptoms of being a were-skunk, if you
Fucking
didn't know.
sheep?
Yeah,
That's how you
actually.
contracted.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
actually how it starts.
Okay. Are you fucking sheep?
No,
Hey, listen, lady.
That was a
Who do you
long
think he is? He's
delay.
got a real messed up.
No, not
colon,
fucking
but
sheep.
They ain't fucking sheep.
Alright, y'all better not be causing problems in Valentine.
don't worry. We made sure that were-skunk ain't getting anywhere near here. Let's just say a lot of brave heroes gave up their life to defend this place. And by life, I mean us.
Also,
And by time,
no.
that's what I mean by life. You know,
Right,
because life is
right.
time and time is life.
I also need to know that you guys aren't kidnapping people you think are were-skunks and executing them.
I would never do that unless there was a bounty for it.
Oh boy.
It's about the principle, right?
It's about the principles, and we never compromise on our principles.
I mean, I'm seeing a lot of you too, aren't I?
You're going to see a lot of me and a lot of him, but probably a lot more of him because he's much bigger than me.
I mean, you're pretty big.
Yeah, I am. I am pretty
You got a big
wide,
heart, boss.
compact. People say I'm short, but really what it is that I'm compact.
I don't think nobody's.
If I were to reveal my true height, I would burst through this ceiling.
Store right there. They got some beers.
Oh,
Yeah, no problem.
all
Careful.
right.
Talk about
Well-
What's your
crazy
name, by
shit.
the way, miss?
I'm Deputy Lexington. Nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you.
I don't know, man.
Like
Something-
Lexington and
it was
Concord.
There's some bounty hunter in there. I don't know.
I'll tell you this one.
Reminded me of this one time I hunted this.
You've ever learned how to
this big old
make a
squirrel.
cold fire before?
It was inside the plant,
No,
and,
I
they
haven't,
just
I'm
talking about some
sorry.
weird
We
shit.
had to make a cold fire so the skunk couldn't see us. He's got
What is-
thermal vision.
What is a
Good luck,
cold
man.
fire?
It's a fire that produces cold.
I know I'm gonna regret asking this, but can you show me?
That's classified.
It's
I don't think she's
classified.
ready.
I mean, I'm one of the best lawmen in town.
Hey,
I don't
take-
think you're gonna find anybody as ready.
That takes a lot of mental preparation.
Maybe
can
one
handle
day
it.
when you're ready, I'll take you out on a hunt for the were-squirrel and the
I thought you
were-skunk.
said it was a skunk.
There's also were-squirrels.
There's were squirrels too. Are they also big and stinky?
Yeah, but they like nuts.
Don't-
And I've got a
Normals?
feeling that some of the working girls in the Valentine Saloon are were-squirrels because I hear they like nuts.
You know
Is
what?
that-
I've been hearing the same thing.
It's not because they're were squirrels. It's because they're whores and they're getting paid for it.
Yeah, then why
I
did
like
I
the
see
money.
one talking about how much they like putting nuts in their cheeks?
I mean, if the money's right, I'm sure a lot of those girls in there would put.
I don't know. Squirrels like nuts. Seems kind of coincidental, you know. Hear a girl talking about how much she likes nuts. Squirrels like nuts. Sounds like a were-squirrel to me.
All right, y'all can't be kidnapping the girls in the saloon.
I'm not, but if there's ever a bounty. If the sheriff's department wants to look into this obvious were-squirrel problem that we have.
It's obvious, all right.
Just like the moon in the sun.
You know what? Come with me to the deputy's office. I'm gonna grab all your information.
Yeah, the working girls over in the Valentine Saloon also say, come with me a lot. Very suspicious.
You ain't a were-squirrel, are you, miss?
No, I'm a deputy. I'm gonna fill out your paperwork, make a note that you hunt bounties and wear squirrels.
These were-squirrels are dangerous.
Yeah? Can't you just kick them?
What did you say about squirrel?
I can't tell you. That's classified. We can't be talking about this. People are gonna get real scared real quick.
You're the one bringing it up.
It's gonna cause hysteria in a town like Valentine. You already know how stupid the populace is.
A cold draft causes hysteria in a town like Valentine.
You's gonna be alright in there, boss.
You can come in with them, it's fine.
Yeah, come with me.
Alright,
Now
alright.
you sound like the girls in the saloon.
It's real nice and cozy in here.
Yeah, it's real
Perfect
dark,
place
too.
to attract a were-skunk, if you ask me.
Okay.
Ain't that right?
Yeah. So what
What
information
line
do you
is
need
this?
from us, huh?
I am gonna grab your first and last name to start with. What's your first name?
The name is William. William Killmore. I'm the greatest bounty hunter who's ever lived.
Is Killmore one word or two?
It's one word.
Okay.
And a guarantee to any bounty that stands in my way.
Have you registered as a bounty hunter or?
Howdy.
Marshal Reeker
Wait.
has already contracted me to do work for
Jimmy, that
him.
you?
So yeah,
Oh, okay,
I'd
perfect.
say that I'm a contracted
Yeah,
bounty
how's it
hunter.
going? How's it going?
All right, let me just take a look at your file here.
Marshal Reeker also said that I'm really cool, and I should get paid whenever I ask for money.
I mean, I can't make comments on what a marshal says.
Hey, look, I know this man is a lot of things, but he ain't a liar.
All right, well, I only have 50 cents in my entire bank account, so I don't really have money for that. So.
File reads Killmore as a loony bird.
And your
Come on,
partner's
you need
name?
50 cents.
I ain't giving you the 50 cents.
Alright, alright. Well, my name's Zachariah. Zachariah Henderson. But you can call me Ziggy Hands for short.
Can you spell your first name for me, please?
Zachariah. Z-A-C-H. Araya.
Can you spell it? Mr. Araya?
Give me a
Last
second here, will you?
All right.
Just gotta catch my breath.
Okay.
I usually take people's breath away because I'm so cool. I have that effect on men and women. Sometimes,
that.
within a close proximity of me, people find themselves breathless because of how cool I am.
Oh.
Alright, sorry about that.
It's okay. Did you suddenly remember how to spell your name?
Yeah, that's Z-A-C-H.
Mm-hmm.
Araya.
No, I need the Araya part.
You can't spell diarrhea with that, Oriah.
It's A-R-I-A-H. And it's Henderson. It's like Henderson, but with an H.
Okay, William Killmore, Zachariah Henderson.
It's right.
All right. And are you a bounty hunter as well, Henderson?
No, I'm just a guy. I'm a lumberjack.
Who hunts were squirrels?
Hey, Shay,
Well,
thanks for the
because
13 months.
You never know when you're gonna get bitten by a were squirrel out there chopping down
Is there-
trees.
Is there a cure?
There's only one cure.
Is it a bullet?
No, that's silly.
Okay.
It's 2 bullets. They can't go down in one.
Is it a silver bullet? Because that sounds very expensive.
No, that's silly. It's a bronze bullet.
That also sounds very expensive.
You can also throw a dime at them.
If it was
works just as
expensive,
well.
they wouldn't be making your metals out of it.
Okay. All right. And you guys are operating in and out of Valentine, or are you going to other towns and doing this?
I go where I come, and I come where I please. Wait, let me say that again. I go where I go, and I go where I please. Yeah, that's
The
right.
Second time's better.
Yeah, that's what I meant the first time.
All right. Well, if you're looking for that type of stuff, have you guys looked up at Van Horn yet?
What's going
No.
on down in Van Horn?
Oh, yeah, Van Horn is all types messed up.
What's wrong in Van Horn, and how can I assist?
Men that are delirious, people hanging animals from the rooftops, women screaming from basements, ripped up graves, dead bodies everywhere.
Sounds like a job for William Killmore, the man, the
Might be.
myth, the legend.
All right. Well, I think I got all the information I need from you guys. I appreciate you coming in here.
Is that a job you were offering him, by the way? I mean, are you willing to pay for that kind
Is
of
that a
thing?
job? Because I can go to Van Horn if you pay me.
Honestly, guys, I get like $10 an hour. I'm not gonna have money to pay you.
Well, you tell Marshal Reeker that if he wants this place safe, he better start hiring the right guy for the job. If I don't see a bounty board out there, I can't do my job.
I mean, people are just starting. You know, I arrested 3 people today, so I'm sure there'll be bounties soon.
I hope there are, because if there aren't, this place is gonna get real dangerous, real quick. And the only place that should be dangerous are the roads, because everyone knows these roads are dangerous.
Damn right.
All
Couldn't have
right.
said it better myself.
As the great French poet once famously said, Omelette du fromage, le petit les oiseaux, petit en joli, le fauteuil, avec fromage.
Can you translate?
It means that
It means
All
life is a short
bounties.
and beautiful sonnet to be played skillfully and with determination, lest ye fall flat.
shit. There you have it.
I mean, that sounds kind of beautiful.
See, my French is a little rusty. Thanks for that.
All right. Well, I should let you guys go. I gotta go do the rounds.
Ever wonder why they call it rounds?
Because our town is round.
What is it really?
Sure, that
Kinda
was the
like a-
little
more of a
egg
rectangle.
Like a
bird
big
with
shape,
cheese.
really. Gotta go do the egg.
All right. All right. Well, it was nice meeting you, Deputy
Lexington.
Lexington. It was in. You mind if I call you Lex or Lexi?
Lex is fine.
All right. A
Lexi
man of
sounds like I should
many
be handing out
nicknames.
flowers.
I'll buy you down on nuts if you ask me.
Okay, I'm not a were squirrel. I smell delicious. And I'm not finishing that second sentence.
Good. You're probably going to want to end it there.
Okay.
Listen, these places that we live are filled with danger. But people like me try to keep it safe.
You and I both.
We share that in common. Don't give up the fight.
I will.
Hey guys, I saved an old man's life. Does that count? Can
Is
I get
he?
counted
Was
in
he
here?
talking to you about soup? Because if he was talking to you about soup, just fucking let him die. Just let him die, man.
Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, but the matter of fact was that he was getting jumped by a couple of British fellas. And I got shot in the ass for him.
Oh, I went and caught that guy. I
Yes,
shot
right.
you.
You did teach him a lesson. You
Yeah.
rough him up a little bit
You
more than I
was
did.
a fucking coward about it.
All right.
Cried about
Well-
it for 30 minutes.
If he comes back crying again, will you like let it slide just this one time? I want to shoot him in the ass.
No, you
Respect
can't shoot
your
anybody.
elder. You got any
Yeah,
soup?
I gotta get my get back, you know.
No,
Yeah,
no,
Eye
any
for an
soup?
eye, ass for
Nope.
an ass.
I will put your ass in the cell.
Yeah, all right, all right. Understood. What if you pay me?
Then I would be fired and we'd both be in the cell.
All right, what if you put a bounty on his head?
I mean,
How's
you
that?
would have to deserve it.
Did somebody
he
say
did deserve
bounty?
it.
I mean, I caught him. I have to not catch him in
Do you
order
want
to
me
put
to
bounty
kill
on his
this
head.
old man?
No. Well,
I can kill him.
no.
I'll kill him
No, don't
slowly.
kill the
I'll
old
peel
man.
him like a banana. I'll hang
Oh
him
my
upside
God.
down over a boiling pot
Jesus.
of water till his skin
Okay.
loosens. And
It
then I'll
already
cut a
is
little
loose.
slit on each leg and then peel his skin off. And then dunk his head in boiling water.
All right, get out of the sheriff's office.
All right,
I'll turn him into soup.
Get out.
I think we're done here. Hey, that was a real good job.
It was.
Name's getting out there.
You know, it's days like these that remind me of my favorite Bible verse.
What's that?
It's Romans chapter 12, verse 21. I try to live my life the best I can through that. Or at least, I think I am. Yeah, I'm pretty much doing it.
I remember that one from the Bible. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's, I think it means, Romans chapter 12, verse 21. Do evil to, destroy evil or something.
You just got a good memory.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, well, I'll be honest with you, William. I'm fucking beat.
I'm gonna have
Who's,
to part ways with you too.
Who's ever need a hand? Maybe give me a shout, will you?
Yeah,
I'd like to learn some bounty hunting from you.
I'll be around.
All right. You have a good night, will you? And hey, thanks again. You was a lifesaver.
I know.
That's not a transition fade to black. That's a fucking OBS. You suck. Let me try that again. There we go.